Welcome to the MonsoonSIM User Conference 2023. My name is Anissa, and I'm delighted to be your host for today's event. We are thrilled to have you all here to discuss the latest developments in MonsoonSIM, a comprehensive business simulation platform that enables users to experience the complexities of managing a business in a dynamic, risk-free environment. Today we have the honor of having Abdy Taminsyah, the founder and CEO of MonsoonSIM, with us. Abdy is an experienced business strategist and entrepreneur who has dedicated his career to the development of MonsoonSIM. Abdy will be sharing with us the latest updates on MonsoonSIM version 11, which promises to be the most comprehensive and advanced version yet. With new features and functionalities, version 11 will provide users with even more realistic and challenging simulations, enabling them to develop essential business skills and knowledge. Without further ado, here is Abdy Taminsyah.
It has been a long and exciting journey. A journey of more than a decade of experiential learning, research, and development. In 2012, MonsoonSIM version 1 was launched as a simple trading business simulation tool for business school educators. Since then, MonsoonSIM has undergone significant expansion and enhancement, with the addition of numerous business concepts, features, and utilities to facilitate a wider range of subjects and improve the teaching and learning experience. These developments have allowed educators to create a more engaging and immersive learning environment, resulting in improved learning outcomes and increased student engagement. Over the past 3 years, we have continuously released new versions of our software, including version 8, 9, and 10. We take pride in ensuring that all upgrades are seamless, allowing our facilitators to easily adapt to new features and capabilities. We are grateful to have grown together with our facilitators over the years. Today, we are thrilled to announce that our latest release, version 10, has received overwhelmingly positive reviews from educators around the world. This is a testament to our commitment to providing the best possible experience for our users. This is all based on our 4 R&D principles, that is, making MonsoonSIM more to teach, easier to teach, more to learn, easier to learn. Thanks to you, MonsoonSIM now has over 115,000 learners globally in more than 250 education institutions, where there are close to 2,000 certified facilitators having created over 51,000 games in their teaching journey. So here we are, bringing you the highlights of things to come in our soon-to-be officially released, version 11. We will talk about the 3 key exciting features added to the version 11. First, we will show you a roadmap of how we will fuse with AI to bring you even more productive teaching platform. Second, we will show you how you can teach your students more business concepts by simulating a fast-moving consumer goods industry which they can operate in. Third, we will show you how you can teach your students about business funding, business valuation, share distributions, and the risks and rewards involved in dealing with startups and venture capital firms. Artificial intelligence is being used in all facets of our life at an exponential rate. Artificial intelligence will bring about a transformation in our lives that is comparable to the impact of electricity, but at a rate of 1,000,000 times. To make a point, you have been listening to an AI simulated me, talking to you via an AI synthesized audio based on my voice. This is where we are now. Many have worked with the current guide, the BOZ 1.0. In the near future, we will be using generative AI as a super guide, BOZ 2.0, for both the facilitator and the learners. Next, we will be using more generative AI so facilitator can use the AI as their advisor while learners can work with AI as their learning partners. MonsoonSIM will use AI so that the platform can be, once again, easier to teach, easier to learn, more to learn. Why FMCG? First, FMCG provides great career opportunities. It is a big, stable, and growing industry. Second, FMCG provides an excellent platform to study business fundamentals, sales, logistics, marketing, HR, operation, management, accounting, data analytics, etc. FMCG is an optional feature. If it is turned on, then goods may expire. Goods come in batches. Retail store has backroom and display room, can selectively push to sell certain batches. Good may go missing due to theft or misplacement, or they may be damaged. When receiving goods, quality control can ensure damaged goods are rejected. Concept of stock take and product write-off. The above were for the retail operation. Then for procurement, you now have the concept of quality control. For warehouse, there will be concept of loading zone where allocated goods are kept. For logistics, one needs to manually allocate based on batches. Same for B2B sales, one needs to manually allocate based on batches. And the same goes for e-commerce, where goods sold must be manually allocated based on batches. For production, your goods produced will be packaged in batches. In version 11, there is a simpler and more intuitive marketing concept. Each area has its own population demography, which is clearly visible when the marketing module is turned on. For each location in play, you can see the number of seniors, adults, and juniors. When the MonsoonSIM marketing module is turned on, each age group is influenced by one of the media. So, for example, if you think that marketing media A is best for juniors, you should then invest in media A for the locations where the majority of the population belongs to the junior age group. How to determine which demography group is best for which media? That's where the students' critical thinking and data analysis come in. Here's the screenshot of how you invest in marketing. Let's take a look at the new store management concept covered in MonsoonSIM. When FMCG is turned on, you will have a new menu called Store. Clicking the store will open up the stores you have rented. In each store, you will see the customers that have walked in for the day. There are also 2 rooms per store, the display room and the back room. Only goods in the display room will be sold. Goods in the back room is not accessible by walk-in customers. Goods in the back room will be accessible by the logistic departments for shipment. The retail store population updates. The learners can have a sense of how many walk-in customers for any given day. This will get interesting for the learners in case the store has just run out of stock, in which case there will be customers but there is nothing to sell, or when there is a surge in customers during the holiday. Product batch. Each box is referred to as a batch. Product discounts. Each box has a menu and you can set discount for a particular batch. Product stock take and write-off. At any time during the game, learners can perform a stock take to write off goods that are either missing or damaged upon delivery from the suppliers. Product's expiry date. This batch is going to expire on day 58. Product QC. When FMCG is turned on, players have the option to perform a QC when goods are shipped from the suppliers. If QC is performed, any damaged goods will be rejected right away upon goods arrival. Interactive B2B allocation. Notice how the goods are manually allocated for shipment, batch by batch. The allocated goods are moved into the loading zone. Concept of logistics for FMCG. In logistics, when you have scheduled a stock movement, you need to allocate it based on batches. How many you need and how many you have allocated are clearly visible here. Here's a simple video. The same applies to e-commerce allocation when you are playing FMCG. The third feature we are rolling out in version 11 is business funding. Like FMCG, this is an optional feature which you can turn on or off. Why funding? There are a lot you can learn from playing business funding, such as if you are teaching startups or entrepreneurship, if you wish to teach more about finance, particularly on corporate finance such as share allocation, valuation, and risk management. Here are the challenges and dilemma built into the game for learners. You need to grow your business. You need to have bigger capital. You need to convince investor that you will do well. Because there is a promise, there is a risk. You need to execute well. You need to face the consequences if you cannot keep your promise. That's the MonsoonSIM way to teaching. Students learn from experience. The facilitator should set it up so that you have a very limited startup capital. At first sign of profitability, a virtual investor in the game is keen to invest 5% new share with valuation based on your team's projected sales target 20 days later. Investor asks for the projected sales. Based on your input, a valuation is established. Investor then give you bridge loan amount to 50% of the amount to be invested to help you achieve your target. After 20 days, the investor check if you have achieved the projected sales KPI you have promised. If your promised target is not achieved, investor cancels the investment plan and call for bridge loan repayment with interest payment. If you achieve what you have promised, then your funding is successful. The investor will then put in the 100% fund less the 50% bridge loan advance 20 days earlier. Here's an example. Initial cash 400,000. Your projection of sales 20 days later is 3 million. Value of company is then established at 30 million. Investor keen to invest 5% new share for 1.5 million cash. However, the investor is willing to observe for 20 days before committing. So the investor gives 50% of 1.5 million 750K upfront as a bridge loan to help you achieve your target. After 20 days, the investor checks if you have achieved your sales target promised. If not, the investor would not like to proceed with the investment and would like the bridge loan 750K to be repaid. If you achieve your target, the investor will put in the entire 1.5 million. So you can immediately pay off the bridge loan. So in summary, if you are successful, you will get 1.5 million in total and issue 5% new share to the investor. When funding is off, startup capital is sufficient. When funding is on, startup capital is limited. When funding is off, no concept of share allocations. Here, share allocation can be explained. When funding is off, no concept of bridge loan. Here, bridge loan concept introduced. When funding is off, no concept of new share versus old share. Here, concept of new versus old share. When funding is off, no concept of business valuation. Concept of business valuation is introduced. Here is an example of a team requesting funding from an investor. When the valuation is established, a bridge loan is offered. The team now has extra cash to fund their expansion. If you fail to achieve the target revenue, you have to repay it with the interest. If you manage to achieve the target revenue, the fund will be turned into paid-in capital. The investor will also get their new shares in your company. So that is it. A quick summary of the core features in version 11. Have fun!
So that was a quick preview of the new version 11. MonsoonSIM will always make updates as seamless as possible. Remember, these are optional features. We are confident that if you're familiar with version 10, you would not have any problem running version 11. Just look at all the facilitators who participated in the version 11 mini competition in the user conference.